The mint julep is a mixed alcoholic drink, or cocktail, consisting primarily of bourbon and fresh mint. As a bourbon-based cocktail, it is associated with the American South and the cuisine of the southern United States in general, and the Kentucky Derby in particular. Preparation: a mint julep is traditionally made with 4 ingredients: mint leaf, bourbon, sugar, and water. Traditionally, spearmint is the mint of choice used in southern states, and in Kentucky in particular. Proper preparation of the cocktail is commonly debated, as methods may vary considerably from one bartender to another. By another method, the mint julep may be considered a member of a loosely associated family of drinks called smashes, in which fresh mint and other ingredients are muddled or crushed in preparation for flavoring the finished drink. The step further releases essential oils and juices into the mixture, intensifying the flavor from the added ingredient or ingredients. Traditionally, mint juleps were often served in silver or pewter cups, and held only by the bottom and top edges of the cup. This allows frost to form on the outside of the cup. Traditional hand placement may have arisen as a way to reduce the heat transferred from the hand to the silver or pewter cup. Today, mint juleps are most commonly served in a tall old-fashioned glass, Collins glass, or highball glass with a straw. History: the origins of the mint julep are clouded and may never be definitively known. The mint julep was originally prescribed and appears in literature as early as 1784. Sickness at the stomach, with frequent retching, and, at times, a difficulty of swallowing. I then prescribed tyrannometic, some opening powders, and a mint julep. An appearance of a mint julep in print came in a book by John Davis published in London in 1803, where it was described as a dram of spirituous liquor that has mint steeped in it, taken by Virginians of a morning. However, Davies did not specify that bourbon was the spirit used. The traditional Virginia recipe as served at the Old White is described. The famous Old Barroom, which was approached by a spiral staircase. Here in this dark, cool room, scented with great masses of fragrant mint that lay upon mountains of crushed ice, in the olden days were created the white sulphur mint julep and the Virginia toddy, for which this place was famous the world over. The mint juleps were not the composite compounds of the present day. They were made of the purest French brandy, limestone water, old-fashioned cut loaf sugar, crushed ice, and young mint, the foliage of which touched your ears. Here, in this old room, was uttered that famous remark of the governor of North Carolina to the governor of South Carolina: "It is a long time between drinks." The mint julep originated in the southern United States, probably during the 18th century. U.S. Senator Henry Clay of Kentucky introduced the drink to Washington, D.C., at the Round Robin Bar in the famous Willard Hotel during his residence in the city. The term julep is generally defined as a sweet drink, particularly one used as a vehicle for medicine. The word itself is derived from the Persian word terahertz, meaning rose water. Americans enjoyed not only bourbon-based juleps during the 19th century, but also gin-based juleps made with Geneva, an aged gin. Jerry Thomas' Bartender's Guide includes a recipe for the mint julep allowing for brandy, gin or whiskey. Recently, however, bourbon-based juleps have decisively eclipsed gin-based juleps. The Kentucky Derby: the mint julep has been promoted by Churchill Downs in association with the Kentucky Derby since 1938. Each year almost 120,000 juleps are served at Churchill Downs over the 2-day period of the Kentucky Oaks and the Kentucky Derby, virtually all of them in specially made Kentucky Derby collectible glasses. In a contract arrangement between the Brown-Forman Corporation and Churchill Downs that has lasted more than 18 years, the Early Times Mint Julep cocktail has been the designated official mint julep of the Kentucky Derby, although the Early Times sold within the United States as a Kentucky whiskey, not a bourbon. Since 2006, Churchill Downs has also served extra premium custom-made mint juleps at a cost of $1,000 each at the Kentucky Derby. These mint juleps were served in gold-plated cups with silver straws, and were made from Woodford Reserve bourbon, mint imported from Ireland, spring water ice cubes from the Bavarian Alps, and sugar from Australia. The proceeds were used to support charitable causes dedicated to retired racehorses. Woodford Reserve and Early Times are sister brands produced by Brown-Forman, and under the terms of its current marketing agreement with Churchill Downs, Woodford Reserve is called the official bourbon of the Derby. In May 2008, Churchill Downs unveiled the world's largest mint julep glass. Churchill Downs, in conjunction with Brown-Forman, commissioned the Weber Group to fabricate the 6-foot-tall glass if the mint sprig is included. The glass was constructed from FDA food-grade acrylic, heated and molded into the shape of an official 2008 Derby glass. It had a capacity of 206 US gallons, and distributed the Early Times mint juleps at the Derby with an elaborate pumping system concealed within a stir straw. See also: List of cocktails, old-fashioned, 1 mint julep. Notes. References: Domin, David. Adventures in New Kentucky Cooking with the Bluegrass Peasant, 2007. ISBN 0-913383-97X, The Mint Julep, The Very Dream of Drinks, from the Old Receipt of Sowell Smith, down in Lexington, Kentucky, 1949. Reprinted in 1964, Nickel, Joe. The Kentucky Mint Julep, 2003. ISBN 0-8131-2275-9, Thompson, Hunter S., The Kentucky Derby, External Links, History of the Mint Julep, The Greenbrier and the Mint Julep, The Buckner Mint Julep Ceremony, Vicksburg Convention and Visitors Bureau, Fun Facts. Archived from the original on January 22, 2008. AA includes claim that the mint julep originated at Mint Springs in the Vicksburg National Military Park.